வணக்கம் நண்பர்களே, மீண்டும் ஒரு வீடியோவில் சந்திப்பதில் மகிழ்ச்சி. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு கிளாஸில் தென் யூனிட் 9 எலக்ட்ரானிக்ஸ்லேருந்து we have to discuss about then 4 topics from unit 9. What all the 4 topics means? Then first one, junction diode, then rectification and Zener diode and light emitting diode, that is LED from the semiconducting device. So in these classes that should be one of the revision classes now, okay? Another we have to make use of it. Then we have to discuss elaborately question with answer, okay? Then more or less from the previous model exam we have to conduct 4 units. So already we have to uploaded 2 set of answer keys. ரெண்டு answer key மட்டும் upload பண்ணியாச்சு, will be soon uploaded in YouTube also, okay? So in junction diode, a junction allows current to passes when. So junction diode la எப்ப current pass ஆகும்னு சொல்லிட்டு கேட்டிருக்காங்க. So junction diode la there should be a 2 cases. One is forward bias and another one is a reverse bias. So then forward bias, then reverse bias. So forward bias la மட்டும் தான் என்ன பண்ணும், the current will flow. Here that should be very small leakage current, very small leakage current only flow. Appo the correct option will be forward bias, okay? Appo then forward bias, then forward bias reduce barrier and allowing current. So important. So question may be like this. Appo in the PN junction diode la then forward bias மட்டும் தான் current வந்து allow பண்ணும், then reverse bias வந்து oppose பண்ணும், okay? That is called reverse bias. Sometimes கேட்கலாம் in a junction diode which bias cannot flow the current, then we have to choose the reverse bias. So reverse bias வந்து current வந்து block பண்ணும், then forward bias வந்து it can allow the current, okay? Some of the based upon the depletion width or junction width, sometimes there should be asked like this, okay? Appo in that forward bias la the depletion layer will be reduced, okay? அப்போ ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணும்போது it allow the current, but in reverse bias la the depletion layer will be increase, that should be wider, okay? That is the important point we have to remember, okay? Good. In a PN junction diode, the depletion layer is formed. So in PN junction diode la depletion layer எப்படி form ஆகும்? How to form? There should be a then depletion layer forms due to charge carriers, okay? That is diffusion. So the correct option will be diffusion of charge carriers. There should be electron and holes can move along the junctions, okay? Then only the depletion layer is formed, okay? That in PN junction then depletion layer is formed due to the diffusion of charge carriers. Most important. So important question edutha we have to discuss, adanaல follow பண்ணிட்டோங்க. So in third, in forward bias, the potential barrier of silicon diode, most important, okay? Sometimes value கேட்பாங்க, இதில் வந்து in forward bias the potential barrier of a silicon diode. அப்போ first questionலே சொல்லிட்டேன், then forward bias la that should be a potential barrier, so then barrier will be reduced. So first question நீங்க listen பண்ணியிருந்தா we can answer this question. Third one, அப்போ என்ன reduce ஆகும்போது there should be option will be reduced, there should be a decreased, okay? Or sometimes reduce கேட்கலாம், okay? Forward bias நாலே the potential barrier or sometimes there should be a depletion region or depletion width. So எப்படி ஒன்னாலும் கேட்கலாம். அப்போ in forward bias நாலே the potential barrier is decreases. So in இதே வந்து increase வந்தா there should be a reverse bias. Okay, good. So the forward voltage drop across a silicon diode. So this is the most important. So forward voltage la silicon diode, what is the value? The correct option will be 0.7 volt for silicon. Then germanium, what is that? Germanium for 0.3. okay, these are all most important. It is sometimes a semiconductor like kekla. So equal to semiconductor like the unit will be electron volt. Silicon la pathina silicon வந்து okay அப்போ in semiconductor la 1.1 electron volt for silicon, then 0.7 electron volt for ஜெர்மானியம். ஓகே, இதுக்கு அப்படியே அப்போஸாக வரும், அதையும் பார்த்துக்கணும். ஓகே, ஸோ முன்னாடி கிளாஸஸில் நான் டீட்டெயிலாக சொல்லியிருக்கேன். தென் செமிகண்டக்டரில் த யூனிட் வில் பை எலக்ட்ரான் வோல்ட் ஃபார் சிலிக்கான், 1.1 எலக்ட்ரான் வோல்ட் ஃபார் ஜெர்மானியம், 0.7 எலக்ட்ரான் வோல்ட் ஃபார் செமிகண்டக்டர். பட் இன் தீஸ் கேசஸ் தென் வோல்டேஜில் மென்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது தென் சிலிக்கான் வில் பி 0.7 வோல்ட், ஜெர்மானியத்துக்கு 0.3 வோல்ட். ஓகே, தென் we have to remember those cases. Okay, so the reverse saturation current in a diode, you have to read out the question, most important, the reverse saturation current in a diode. So reverse nale enadhu, that should be only the minority carriers only allows. Appo the correct option will be minority carriers. That should be a most important, the reverse saturation current due to only the minority carriers. Okay, that is the most important, we have to remember. Okay, so question number 6, the junction diode start conduct when the applied voltage, எப்பவுமே the applied voltage will be greater than the threshold voltage. For silicon 0.7 volt, then germanium 0.3 volt. அப்போ what is the correct answer? There should be எப்பவுமே threshold voltage there should be greater. Okay, voltage will always greater than 0.7 volt for silicon. About what is that answer? Then current being that should be equal to threshold voltage or it should be greater than. Okay, that is the important. எப்பவுமே junction diode ல வந்து the threshold voltage மேல இருந்தா தான் the junction will conduct, or otherwise if it is lesser than it should be a reverse bias or it won't conduct the current. Okay, you have to remember that. These are the most important point. Okay, so next, so diode la most important, the question may be like this. Okay, anganga and the forward ku reverse kekkalam, sometimes maybe then values will be changes. Silicon ku germanium kekkalam, then forward bias ku reverse bias kekkalam. So idu mari question da maybe varum. Okay, so we have to concentrate more. So then which of the following, then AC to DC? So direct question, that should be a rectifier. Okay, so rectifier only changes AC to DC. அப்போ இதுலேயே நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். So then AC to DC ல rectifier only for forward bias, only to conduct. Most important. So equal to the output of full wave rectifier. What is that? The output of full wave rectifier. Sometimes half wave rectifier. Question may be like this. இப்படி தான் வரும். Okay, about what is the correct answer? For full wave rectifier only gives the positive cycle for both halves. About the option will be B. Okay, then full wave rectifier only the positive cycle for both halves. Okay, most important. Okay, so like this, only all positive off cycles. So most important the ripple factor of full wave rectifier. So 12th லையும் கண்டிப்பா ஒரு question வரும், even PG syllabusலையும் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. What is the ripple factor for full wave rectifier, or question may be half wave rectifier கேட்கலாம். Okay, அப்போ what is the full wave rectifier க்கு what is that answer? 0.48. so maybe sometimes 12th neatல one of the 2 marks or sometimes 5 marks la we have to solve பண்ண சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay, but sometimes they should be asking 1 mark. So then ripple factor for full wave rectifier is 0.48. okay, then 1.1 for that should be a half wave rectifier. A half wave rectifier conducts. So previous question, then question 8 understand panninda you can easily answer this. For 10th one, a half wave rectifier எப்ப conduct பண்ணும், that is the important. Then half wave rectifier works only for one half of AC cycle. Appo the answer will be half of each cycle like this. Okay, so this is of only half of the each cycle. Then full wave rectifier la only the positive cycle, anga vandu only the positive cycle of both halves, anga vandu keele varadu, only upper only. But in the half wave rectifier only the half of the each cycle from upper and lower, crest and tuff. Okay, then which component smooth the output of a rectifier? Which component? These are all the keyword. So the answer will be a capacitor. Why we have to smooth the output of rectifier? To reduce ripple factor. To reduce the ripple factor, okay? Then we have to use for capacitor. Okay, so what is the efficiency of a full wave rectifier? Or sometimes there should be asked like half wave rectifier. What is the correct answer for the efficiency of full wave rectifier? That should be a 81.2. அப்போ இதில் divide 2 போட்டால் that should be a 40.6 for half wave rectifier. Okay, next is Zener diode. So Zener diode are mostly easy one. So Zener diode எது கொண்டு வந்தாங்க? Some of the failures in junction diode only for allow forward bias. When reverse current passes, the breakdown occurred because due to the high voltage. So அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை ரெக்டிஃபை பண்ணுறது தான் Zener diode கொண்டு வந்தாங்க. அப்போ Zener diode is a voltage regulator. So Zener diode we have to apply the high voltage, the breakdown will occur. So that situation can be rectified by using the Zener diode. அப்போ Zener diode are used for voltage regulator. Sometimes diagram கேட்கலாம். Okay, match மாதிரி கேட்கலாம். So diode, then LED, then Zener diode diagram கொடுத்துட்டு then we have to match this. So previous நம்ம போட்டிருக்கோம். So then upcoming revision classes we have to discuss those types of questions. Okay, so in a reverse bias, then Zener diode conduct current in reverse bias, that is the important. Then in reverse bias, a Zener diode conduct. அப்போ Zener diode என்னது? breakdown. So Zener breakdown voltage. So in reverse biasனாலே Zener diode, அது மட்டும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிட்டா போதும். Okay, we no need to explain. So explain நிறைய பண்ணலாம், but we have to remember in exam point of view. Okay, so these are all the most important we have to remember in exam point of view. In exam point of view then we have to make each topic 6 to 10 questions. So definitely நம்ம போடுற வீடியோல இருந்து mostly then most of the question may be comes. Okay, then you have to take previous exams like competitive exams, the question may be like this. Okay, but the word may be different, like forward or reverse or full wave, then half wave rectifier, or mostly 99% the question may be like this. Okay, then question 15, and then Zener breakdown is mainly due to most important in the Zener diode. When Zener breakdown is mainly due to most important, so the tunneling occurred. The Zener breakdown is mainly due to tunneling. Okay, why? So Zener breakdown occurs due to tunneling in a heavily doped diode. ஸோ டயோடு வந்து ஹெவியாக டோப் பண்ணும்போது கண்டிப்பாக Zener breakdown வந்து tunneling can be occurred. ஓகே, அப்போ tunneling எப்போ occur ஆகும் in Zener breakdownல the diode will be heavily doped. ஓகே, okay. So question number 16, then Zener diode is operated in இப்போதான் சொன்னேன். So then previous then there should be continuity from the previous question and after that. Okay, அதனால we have to concentrate. Okay, then Zener diode operates. So Zener diode நாலே என்ன ஞாபகம் வரணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன், there should be a breakdown. அப்போ இங்கே பாருங்க only breakdown இங்கே தான் இருக்கு. அப்போ the option will be a B. Okay. So then Zener diode is made to operate in breakdown. So Zener diode is made to operate in breakdown to maintain constant voltage. So then in junction diode la high voltage கொடுக்கும்போது the diode will be a breakdown. Okay, அதை வந்து சரி பண்ணுறதுக்கு தான் then Zener diode can be used. So in that Zener diode we have to operate while in breakdown condition. It maintain the constant voltage towards the diode. Okay, so in regular classes we have to take detailing. Okay, so then characteristic curve of Zener diode important in reverse bias. What is that answer? The characteristic curve. So these are the most important word. அப்போ there should be a breakdown. Zener நாலே breakdown. அப்போ ஈஸியாக இங்கே கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். that should be sharp at breakdown. ஷார்ப்பாக வரும் அந்த நம்மளுக்கு பார்த்தீங்கனாலே தெரியும். the curve will be like this. Okay, there should be sharp at breakdown. So regular classes we have to elaborately explain about that characteristic curve regarding Zener diode. About the characteristic curve of Zener diode in reverse bias is that should be a sharp at breakdown. Okay, so then reverse characteristics shows the sharp increasing at breakdown. Okay, increase of sharp at breakdown increases. So then LED, these are all the basic questions. So LED 12th book layer. So then LED only operated at forward bias. The color of emitted light from LED depends upon. These are all the basic questions. Okay, there should be the color of emitted light from a LED depends on easy one. There should be semiconductor materials. Okay, so then emitted light color depends on only the energy gap. அப்போ energy gap எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம்? What is the formula? Then E is equal to then HV is equal to then HC by lambda, then lambda is equal to HG by E, then EG. So this in this way we have to find out the energy gap. So most important, sometimes இந்த ஃபார்முலா யூஸ் பண்ணி ப்ராப்ளம் வரதுக்கான வாய்ப்பு இருக்குது. ஸோ நீட்டில் ஒன் ஆஃப் த இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கொஷின் மேபி ப்ராப்ளம் கேட்குறதா இருந்தால் இந்த மாதிரி தான் கேட்பாங்க. ஓகே, ஜஸ்ட் எனர்ஜி பேண்ட் மட்டும் கொடுத்துட்டு தென் H and C are constant value, just we have to substitute and divide பண்ணால் then we have to get the wavelength. So then LEDs are made up of easy one. There should be a gallium arsenide and gallium phosphide. These are all the LEDs to make. So then what is the typical voltage for LED? Is important. That should be operated, that should be approximately, there should be a 2 volt. Okay, here there should be 0.18 to 3.18, so approximately above 2 volt there should be the LED for forward voltage. Okay, most important. Sometimes 2 volt kudalo, then we have to correct. Okay, then 1.8 volt to 3.3. So not less than 1.8, then not greater than 3.3, but approximately some books that use only the 2 volt. Okay, then LED operates between this voltage, then depending upon the color. So color பொறுத்து கண்டிப்பா vary ஆகும். Okay, so then LEDs are not used in, so LED வந்து indicatorல கண்டிப்பா யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. The next where we have to use, then display system, then optical communication யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்போ LED, this is the most important. நம்ம அப்படியே LED பார்த்தோன்னே then indicator டிக் பண்ணுவோம், மீதி ஆப்ஷனே பார்க்க மாட்டோம். We have to see that not. அப்போ then rectification is wrong. Okay, then LEDs are not used for rectification. Then LED is preferred over conventional bulb because why? There should be a then low power consumption. So then LED consume less power and are efficiency. Okay, then LEDs are, there should be a then less power or efficient. Okay, so these are all the most important. Okay, maybe I expect 99% from this today. We have to discuss 4 topics from electronics, like diode, junction diode, then rectification, then Zener diode, then LED. So in the 4 topic in the question maybe 99% I have to assure that. Okay, we have to conclude after the examination. Okay, so we hope this video will be useful for those who are preparing the PGTRB examination. Okay, then meanwhile all study material will be available. If you have needed, means we have to contact only the WhatsApp number. Okay, we have to needed for book means we have to message only the WhatsApp number we have to given in the top of the video. Okay, then meanwhile we have to conduct the regular courses and test batches. Okay, while we have to join for regular courses and test batches, then we have to download the DPN Academy from the Google Play Store. The link will be given in the description. Who are all willing to install by using this link, you can join. And also WhatsApp and Telegram link will be given in the description. By using this link to join. Okay, so we meet in the next classes. Thank you.